home is where the heart is. So if the heart is so precious and the home is so special, how about protecting it with a home insurance? Today I've been invited by my friend Margaret to actually help her with her home insurance policy. And I thought it would be a good idea to put it up in this episode. So we are over to Margaret's today. I'm here to meet my friend Margaret, who's actually a very dear friend and wanted to know more about home insurance policy. So welcome Margaret to my episode.
Thank you.
On home insurance, and I'll take you through your policy and others will get to learn as well.
Okay. That's good. Yes.
So please, I'm all yours. And
what is home insurance? Because I got one and I'm not sure what it is.
Well, home insurance is to cover or protection that one takes to make the special place called home more secure, more protected. Now, if I were to take you through your policy, for example, that we're going through, there are basically 5 sections. The first section being the contents itself, which is
content?
Content means basically your belongings, the furniture, the fixtures, the decoration of the house, and so on. And then the second section is covering these contents in situations where they are made to be temporarily removed. Okay. Then of course you also look at covering gadgets, the audio-visual equipments, and so on. And then you have a cover for alternate accommodation or loss of rent. In case some people have rented property, then they get a cover for loss of rent. And last but not the least, your jewelry and your valuables. All of these actually form a part of a home insurance policy, and one needs to make sure that they are covered.
Okay. And in what situations are the contents covered?
Basically, the contents are covered due to any kind of financial risk or loss arising out of an accidental damage, loss, theft, fire, explosion, any natural calamity, smoke, anything which is accidental, which is unforeseen, unexpected, not wear and tear, the usual wear and tear, or not an deliberate damage and things like that. Then again, home policies, you can actually look at extending it to cover the guests who are visiting. Any liability that happens to any public property because of your house, like the neighbor, the public areas, etc., the neighbor's property, the domestic helper itself who works for you. So these are covers that one can look at. And last but not the least, there is an additional benefit which one can also take. So in case of a fire or due to any reason, you cannot stay in your house and you're forced to move out. Then your EMI is continued, that is your mortgage installments in case it's a mortgaged house, continues. Or if it's a rented property, then you're losing the rent. So these need to be covered, and one needs to read and go through these things that whether they are forming a part of your policy or not. And then of course everybody takes a policy based on their specific needs, so their specific policy may vary.
Okay. And you mentioned gadgets, so what sort of gadgets are covered?
Basically, when you talk of gadgets, you talk about gadgets like computers, the mobile phones, the audio-visual equipments, TVs, etc., television. Those are the gadgets that are covered.
Okay, and additional expenses or benefits?
The additional benefits are basically covering alternate accommodation in case the house becomes inevitable for whatever reason, or you cannot stay in your place because of fire or any damage. So those that need to be looked at whether those are covered or not. And like I told you, there are different covers that can be there for visiting members or family members who are visiting, or friends who are visiting you, your domestic helper, in case she does any theft and all that. So those can be covered and things like that.
Thank you, Aarti. That was very, very helpful.
You're most welcome. Such a pleasure. Such a pleasure. Thank you. While I was explaining Margaret her policy, 2 recommendations for you. Please check whether there is a property all-risk cover which covers the structure of your house. And also, in the cover for domestic helper, please ensure that she is covered for any unforeseen accidents that might take place. Because home is where we create a heaven for ourselves. And let's make sure we cover our home and our heaven and make it protected. Keep watching and keep insuring the interest.